First at 6, we are learning more from investigators about that deadly ferry boat crash that happened back in April. We first reported in the 6 o'clock hour last night that charges have been filed against Clearwater businessman Jeffrey Knight. He was operating a private vessel that collided with the ferry. He's facing 8 counts of felony charges for leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death and serious injury. But he's not the only one in trouble. The captain of the ferry is also facing charges.
The ferry boat captain, Denise Kimmerer, has been charged with violating a navigation rule for failing to have a working stern light at the time of the accident.
The impact of that crash resulted in multiple injuries and 1 death. Jose Castro, a father of 2, was the person who was killed in that crash, and today his family spoke about the charges filed. Fox 13's Kylie Jones is in Clearwater with the latest.
Well, the Clearwater Ferry was almost back at the marina when the crash happened near the Memorial Causeway Bridge. Now a memorial for Jose Castro sits at the edge of the water. His family is happy to see these charges filed, but they say this is just the first step of a long healing process.
He was a great piece, the gold piece of the family, bringing happiness to everybody.
But that piece has been missing. The last 3 months have instead been filled with pain for the family of 41-year-old Jose Castro.
My daughter's missing every day. There's no explanation. There's no peace. There's no happiness that can fill the hole that he's left.
Jose was a father of 2 little girls. He was on board the Clearwater Ferry when it was hit by a boat driven by Jeffrey Knight back in April. Jose's sister says he rode the ferry out to a festival on Clearwater Beach earlier that day.
He was texting a friend saying, I'm going back because I have to do grocery shopping for my girls tomorrow, because I have to pick them up from school tomorrow and just enjoy with them.
The FWC says Knight's boat slammed into the back of the ferry near the Memorial Causeway Bridge in Clearwater. Several people on the ferry were hurt. Jose was killed.
My brother was a happy person. He was an amazing father, a wonderful son. He didn't deserve to die like this.
A 3-month-long FWC investigation into the crash led to Knight's arrest. Knight, a prominent St. Pete businessman, is facing 8 felony charges of leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death and/or serious bodily injury. Jose's family and their attorneys spoke Tuesday afternoon, the day after Knight was arrested.
Charging felonies was a big step. You realize that they could have charged just misdemeanors.
Jose's family says this is just one step, though, towards healing.
We sit here and now we talk to my brother this way.
Now Jose's sister says this is where they pay tribute to him, at this cross set up near the crash site to keep her brother's memory in place.
We want peace, we want to heal, and we cannot heal because of the process.
Knight is also expected to face several misdemeanor charges in connection with this crash. Right now, he's out on a $40,000 bond for those 8 felony charges. In Clearwater, Kylie Jones, Fox 13 News.
Knight's attorney, J. Kevin Hazlett, released a statement disputing the claim that Knight fled the scene that night, saying Knight remained on scene for over 11 minutes, tied his vessel to the ferry, pushed it toward land to assist first responders, and instructed his passenger to call 911. Hazlett said the failure of the ferry's stern lights to be on is at the heart of the collision, saying, quote, it's ironic and frankly outrageous that Knight was vilified while the ferry was operating in complete violation of federal safety standards. He called it, quote, the maritime equivalent of a school bus driving at night with no taillights, and blaming the driver who couldn't see it. He said Knight remains deeply saddened by the events of that night and that he extends his prayers to all those affected.